So I'd now like to welcome Curtis Chou. He is a science secondary school teacher dedicated to fostering a love for the planet and a sense of shared responsibility among his students. He hopes to inspire youth to become leaders in their home communities and beyond.
Thank you so much for coming out here. Just before we start, I want to thank you for lending your minds and your bodies to this cause. Honestly, I am terrified to be here right now. So scared out of my mind. But I'm going to tell you the same thing that I tell my students on the weekdays, and I'm going to tell you it's so important to live your values and stand up for what you believe in. And so I'm so glad to see so many of you standing here right now. While I go through this talk, if you feel moved to share your voice, by all means, just go for it. Go for it. There's a bit at the end here where I really need you guys to give me a little bit of interaction. You'll know it when you hear it. All right, here we go. When I was 6 years old, I crouched in the grass, observing the ants. The young scientist in me was full of questions. I used to marvel at how creatures like the ants with such small brains could come together to solve complex problems and persist in the face of changing climates. But now I'm shocked by how people with such large brains stand divided on complex problems and resist belief in a changing climate. I wonder what truths we missed along the way, led astray by alternative facts, because we'd rather stare at screens and get our information from tweets than sit crouched in the grass and question. Solomon once wrote, "Go to the ant, observe her ways, and be wise." And so, like the ants of the earth, my science goes deep. It is grounded in place, founded on facts, erected upon evidence. Curious explorers always foraging for more knowledge, interwoven with story. Observe, test, repeat. Observe, test, repeat. A mantra we hold dear when we seek the keys to the natural world, our shared home. My science is universal. It lives, no thrives on every continent. It crosses oceans and mountains. It transcends borders and arbitrary worldly divisions, like how much melanin is in your skin or what's between your legs, because we all know it's what's between your ears that matters most. We are all humble carbon, wanderers made of star stuff. Shining brightest in the dark, our collective constellations will light the way for the explorers from the farthest corners of the earth. My science is powerful. Alone on our own, we're just little stones, but when thousands stand together, we won't be overthrown, a mountain that won't be moved. When giants stand on the shoulders of giants, no wall can hold us back. No cage can confine the truth. Let the data speak for themselves. There is strength in numbers, and we're pretty damn good at math. Go to the ant, observe her ways, and be wise. Let us be cognizant of who we are in science as advocates. Our science is radiant, brilliant, significant figures. Our science is defiant against the tyrants, adamant that it won't be ignorant. Our science is relevant, important, lively, and vibrant. Our science is valiant, exuberant, triumphant soldiers standing up for what is right. We are all participants joining together. We are active reactants, catalysts for change. The ants go marching. Can I get a hurrah? Thank you so much, everybody.